Hey guys, Randy here. This week we're going to be talking about 5 things I dislike about Mountain Home. Stick around. So my name is Randy. I'm a realtor with Next Home Treasure Valley. This week I'm going to be, like I said earlier, I'm going to be doing 5 things I dislike about Mountain Home, Idaho. Now, full disclosure, I love Mountain Home, Idaho. So something like this is definitely a little bit off my normal track. I think after you see the 5 things, you'll kind of see more what I'm talking about. So the first thing I'm doing is kind of a big deal to me, and that is the polarization of the people. I know this is more than just a local thing, this is a national thing or a worldwide thing. But I see it a lot in Mountain Home, especially like on local groups, Mountain Home groups. People want you to see things either their way or no way. I feel like that's really been destructive in a way to our town. And of course, like I said, our country and the world. But right now I'm just focusing on our town. It seems like it's not everybody. Like most people, honestly, in town, I feel like get along just fine. But there are definitely people, mostly online, I've noticed. Like I don't hear this much when I'm at Walmart or Albertsons or something, where people just attack other people for their thoughts. And I'm not even talking about just political stuff, even stuff around town, coffee shops. I talked about this when I first started this channel, and I was talking about the coffee wars. Like people literally attack people because they don't agree with the coffee shop that they are followers of. But it goes deeper than coffee. Of course, political stuff, which if you know me, I'm not really a big political person. And I know people have their opinion, and that's great. I'm not saying you shouldn't have your opinion. You definitely should have your opinion. However, I think we've lost sometimes the respect of other people's opinions, and it's all just about what our opinion is. So, number 2. This one I talked about in my pros and cons of Mountain Home, Idaho, but it's the speed limit. Gosh, 25 miles per hour, guys. Like, I can see that like in school zones or, places like that, but it's just so slow. And then on Airbase Road, it does go up to 35, which to me feels like 35 should be where, so we have 2 sides of town. There's an underpass that separates the 2 sides of town. One side goes to the airbase, the other side goes like to Walmart. Literally, it's 25 on one side, 35 on the other. And I almost feel like it should be 35 on one and 45 on the other. And I've been told the reason why they do that is so you have to drive slower around businesses. I don't know how true that is, but I can believe it. But either way, I just feel like it wouldn't hurt to bump it up 10 miles per hour on each side. Number 3, I debated on whether I wanted to talk about this one or not, or put this on the list, but it's the construction in town. And the reason why I debated it is I'm all for growth, and I know that it's just the nature of the beast to have construction if you want growth. But we've had construction for seems like a year straight, if not more. I think what it is, it doesn't necessarily make sense to me why we went from 3 lanes to 2 lanes on our main road, and that's what a lot of that construction is. It seems like other places are widening their roads and we're narrowing it. And the reason for it is they are widening the sidewalks to make it more people friendly. And I get that, except I felt like we had pretty decent sidewalks already. I think that's what it is. It's hard to accept the reason for why we're doing what we're doing, why we're going through all the construction we are. And I know I probably had plenty of time to voice my opinion on this before it actually happened. I just feel like going from 3 lanes to 2 lanes seems counterproductive, especially when the town's growing. Number 4, I've actually talked about this already, but it's the lack of entertainment here in town. There's not a whole lot to do, especially like if you want to take the family out to go do something for the day or the weekend or whatever. We do have a bowling alley. I haven't been there. I know during the summer they usually close down, but we do have a bowling alley and a golf course. There's a family fun center that I still haven't been to. They've been open for over a year. I guess there is some stuff. It just, I want to see more variety come into town. And that kind of leads to a second part of this, number 4. There's a lot of people who discourage outside businesses coming into town. For instance, this kind of goes back with the coffee. We have Dutch Brothers coming into town. Coffee to me is just flavored water. Like, it's not my blood. And I know that some of you guys, coffee is super important. I get it. But there's a Dutch Brothers coming into town, which is, it looks like they are a chain on the western part of the United States. So they're fairly large. I've just seen so many people complaining about this big chain wanting to come into Mountain Home. And I'm all for shopping local. Like, I totally understand. I also think it's great that we have companies outside of the local place coming in as well. Like, we have coffee places here in town like baristas and mudslingers that have a huge following, and that's awesome. And I honestly don't see that going away. You know, they have their diehard fans. I know people that no matter what's in town, they're gonna go to Starbucks. Like, that's their choice, and more power to them. But to hear people just complaining that this business wants to come into our town, and I get it, like, people saw Walmart come into town, and next thing you know, 2, 3, 4, 5 businesses, whatever it was, closed up almost immediately, like within the next year of Mountain Home Walmart being here in Mountain Home, these businesses closed. So I get it. I mean, this little town already has like 9 coffee businesses in town, and we've been fine so far. My point is, though, I would like to see more stuff come into Mountain Home, and as long as we keep complaining about things coming into Mountain Home, then I think less businesses will be more likely to come in. So the 5th one, first of all, I totally support the police. I think they're great. One of my best friends growing up is a police officer. Like, I get it. Like, I feel safer because of them. But it seems like once a year for like 2 weeks to a month, this motorcycle cop that will show up in town, and it seems like the only reason why he is here is to pull people over for speeding. Like, that's what it feels like. And there's other police officers that will hide in spots. And I know this is an international problem. I get it. It's just a little disheartening to see it in a town like Mountain Home, where you already heard my complaint about the speed limits. And for the record, I've been treated very, very, very well from police officers. The few times that I have been pulled over, I've explained to them why I was doing what I was doing, and it's been okay. It worked out. A lot of times I'll see them hiding and just to pull people over. And I haven't seen it as much lately. Honestly, since COVID, I really haven't seen that problem, but it is something that has always bugged me. Especially, like, we have an underpass here. Occasionally you'll see an officer right by the Mountain Home mural. An officer will just sit there waiting for people to go under the underpass while they're speeding. I just feel like stuff like that shouldn't happen. It's not that I don't think they should enforce laws. I just feel like they're just waiting for someone to get in trouble, kind of like a parent just sitting watching their kids until they actually mess up a little bit, just so they can catch them. Hopefully this wasn't too much of a Debbie Downer video. If you'd like a free relocation guide to the Treasure Valley, go to tvguide.randywrealestate.com. Hope to see you guys next week. Thanks for sticking around. All right, talk to you later. Bye.